Hello my dears, and welcome back to my corner of the internet. I'm Shannon, and today I've got another spoiler-free book review to share with you guys. And today we are talking about Don't Fear the Reaper by Stephen Graham Jones. This is the most anticipated sequel to his last book, My Heart is a Chainsaw, and it's the second book in what's going to be a 3-book trilogy. Now, let me just start off by saying I have not read My Heart is a Chainsaw. In fact, this is my first Stephen Graham Jones book ever. It had been on my TBR, I just hadn't gotten around to it, and when I saw this one come up on NetGalley, I had to grab it. I had to. Because I know so many people loved My Heart is a Chainsaw. So what I did is I read a bunch of reviews, watched a bunch of review videos about the book to try to get a feel for what it was about. And then I just dove right on into this one. And I have to say, having not read the first one, I was able to piece together what had happened in that one so as to be able to follow this one very easily. So that was good. But still on my TBR, I am going to read it soon, but I just couldn't wait. So let's get on into it. Again, this is going to be spoiler free. And yeah, the first thing I have to talk about is the way that Stephen Graham Jones writes. His prose, the way he forms sentences, is unlike anything I have ever read in my life. I cannot wait. I looked and I saw he has a long back catalog, so I have a lot of catching up to do, and I can't wait to do it. He's a beautiful writer, absolutely incredibly talented, and I was blown away. It's been a long time since the way that someone structures a sentence has blown me away like this book did. Also, I have to note, the acknowledgement section of this book was so astoundingly beautiful and insightful and just incredibly wonderful to read. It's hard to explain, but I don't know if his other books are like it or not. You can let me know in the comments, but just the beauty of his writing didn't stop at the end of the book. It carried on through to the acknowledgements in a way I've never seen before. So if you've read the first book, you know that our main character is a girl named Jade Daniels. Not anymore though, not anymore. When we first meet her in book 2, she's Jennifer Daniels. She doesn't want to be Jade anymore. We know that in the first book, she went through something. From what I can tell, you know, there was a serial killer, and in very graphic and disturbing ways, he murdered a lot of people in that town. It's been a few years now, and she's back. And right off the bat, we get some very visceral killings. It starts right off the bat and it carries on through. It's just if you don't like graphic slasher type violence, you probably wouldn't like this. It's not normally something I gravitate towards, but I didn't mind it in this because it's so beautifully written. And it's just basically, in this book, it's starting again. It's happening again. What happened the first time is happening again, and I just really loved it. You know, like I'm saying, I want to keep it very vague, very spoiler free. I just think it's fantastic. I loved the way the characters were all developed. I loved the way we were shown things, the way scenes were created for us in such masterful ways. Like about 100 pages in, there's this one scene that takes place in a gymnasium and a locker room that is so insanely crafted. I thought it was great. So what these murders tend to do and tend to recreate and tend to happen, they're homages, if you will, to classic horror and slasher movies. You know, like Jaws, Friday the 13th, things like that. And I just thought it was insanely clever, beautifully written, masterfully done. And as far as sequels go, even not having read the first one, but just knowing this is a sequel, I was blown away. I thought it was the perfect sequel for the type of story that it's telling. And I would definitely recommend. If you've read the first one, I'm sure you're already anticipating this one. But if you're watching this video and you haven't read the first one, I would definitely suggest going and checking out this series if it's something that sounds interesting to you. It's the kind of book that's hard to put into words, especially without sharing too much. It's beautifully written, and I can't wait to check out his back catalog. Like I said, I know there was one book that everyone was talking about before My Heart is a Chainsaw, and I think that was called The Only Good Indians. I think that's what I'm going to check out first next, and then dive back into his catalog after I read My Heart is a Chainsaw. I just thought it was perfect. I gave it 5 stars on Goodreads, so would definitely recommend. 2 thumbs up for me. And there's so much I want to say. I might revisit this book once it's out. It comes out, I think, on February 7th. So I think once this book comes out, I'm going to revisit it either with another dedicated vlog or in another book video, just sort of touch on it so we can talk a little bit about the spoilers, because there's a lot I want to say that I'm not going to say now. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. We've got a ton of great books coming up in the next few weeks. I just started one I got for Christmas that was called The Witches of Moonshine Manor, which sounds like a fun sort of mystery, magical type of book. Looking forward to that. Then we've got some more spoiler-free reviews coming up. We've got the next book in the You series. We've got A House with Good Bones, which I love the title of that book so much. I wish I had thought of it first. A Death at the Party, or A Death at a Party. We've got that one coming up soon. The Fake by Zoe Wattal. Just so many great books. And I can't wait to share them all with you in this new year. Let me know in the comments down below how your New Year's went. Ours was good. It was quiet, but it was good. And I hope you guys have a great year. And I can't wait to share all the books with you this year. Bye, guys.